Hi everyone, happy Tuesday. So it is the first day of summer and I am also kicking off the coloring tag that I really enjoyed doing last year. We are going to do a version this year, and that is Watercolor Summer 2022. I started the tag a little bit late last year and ran it through, the first day of fall, and really enjoyed the tag. I think a lot of people did, so I want to continue it, and this year we get the full season. So yay. And the criteria for this tag is pretty straightforward. If you are coloring with something and you add water to it, it counts. I am pretty flexible with my tags, so I've even joked, you know what, if you want to color water, like a body of water, and say watercolor summer, you know what, I'm totally down with that too, because that's a clever play on words, and I can never stifle that kind of creativity. I love punny stuff like that, so I can never stifle that level of humor. So yeah, if you color a body of water, we're going to count that too. But the basic premise of the tag is to get you comfortable using water in your coloring books. It is kind of a scary endeavor, and as much as I've used water in the books, that doesn't mean even I'm still comfortable doing it. So there is all kinds of mediums that would apply to this. Like I said, pretty much anything you can add water to. So you have your basic watercolors that you can use, your metallic watercolors. Those are not metallic, these are just a basic one, but like your Paul Rubin metallic watercolors. These are liquid watercolors. I haven't even tried yet. That will be an experience. I'm even counting inktense. So inktense is actually ink, not like, not just pigment like a watercolor pencil is. However, you add water to it. So I'm going to count inktense myself. Other people might disagree, but I'm going to, because it's my tag and I'll do it if I want to. So inktense applies here. King Art gel sticks, Neocolor 2s, gelatos. I'm not going to drag them all out to parade. Watercolor pencils. Anything, like I said, you can add water to. Now, if you don't have any sort of watercolor stuff, anything like that, and you're thinking, okay, I'm not really going to get any of it, I can't really participate, I have a solution for you. Well, for one thing, the watercolor brush pens, like the Arteza Real brush pens and stuff, also count. So if you have any of those. If you have a water-based marker, like a Tombow, or that's actually the original reason I bought the Tombows, or even a Crayola water-based marker or an Ohuhu marker, you can watercolor with these. And I'm going to show that in a demo probably at the beginning of July when I come back. I don't know if I will have time before I leave for my trip this week. But basically what you can do is get a little plastic palette, scribble this onto the palette, pick it up with a water brush or a brush dipped in water, and put it on the page. Now you won't get a super pigment from it, but it would serve as a great base to put pencils over, or if you just want that lighter color. So even if you have water-based markers and you don't want to buy anything else, if you have that and just a little, just a little paintbrush that you can use with a cup of water, you can participate. So like I said, I will show that in more detail in a demo video. That is one thing I'm going to do this summer is you're going to see a lot of watercolor summer demos from me. I'm going to try to use as many of my products as I can that I haven't already really used on camera, these liquid watercolors being a big part of it. So like right now I'm working my way through the Neocolor 2s, and so yeah, like I said, pretty straightforward. If you are going to color with it and add water to it at any point in the process, whether it's already on the paper or you're scribbling it on a palette, adding water, then putting it on the paper, it counts. And if it does, the picture does not have to be only water soluble, only watercolor. If you want to use it as a base to put pencils over, that's fine. If you want to make it just watercolor, that's fine too. If you want to add gel pens or whatever, that's fine. As long as there's some watercolor happening somewhere in the picture, it counts. So like I said, I try to make this as simple and straightforward as possible. Just showing you a few examples of some of the stuff I'm working on for this summer. You're getting a sneak peek of this because this will be Friday and hopefully Sunday's videos. But from Grains of Gold, I'm using Neocolor 2s in here, so y'all get a little sneak peek there. I haven't added pencil yet. And so this is mostly Neocolor 2s with this side's treated with satin glazing liquid, this side's not. Now, one thing I will note, if you are really nervous about trying water in your coloring books, I would suggest purchasing something to pre-treat the paper. Clear gesso is something that has worked really well for me in the past. There is watercolor ground you can buy. This is my preferred method, is the golden satin glazing liquid. I used to use the clear gesso and I like that real well. However, this leaves a little bit smoother texture on the paper afterwards than the I'll get it in a minute. The gesso did. And the watercolor ground left quite a textured background. But everybody's different. Everybody has their own preferences. So I would get like the smallest bit I could get to try. I really wish they would offer these in like sample sizes. But what I did, because this paper can handle water really well, is I tested a treated side versus a non-treated side, and even with how well this paper treats water, I prefer the treated side. and you'll see why in the video when I talk about that. So I also still have some ongoing whips using water-based products. In Autumn Charm, this is where I'm using the Arteza Real Brush pens. They do really well in Creative Haven books. If you have them, you're not sure where to use them, and you're looking for a place to use them, I don't add any excess water to them. I just use them on here. They blend together nicely. The paper stays wet just long enough to get a nice blend out of them, so I don't have to saturate. I can keep them fully saturated on this paper. And so we'll be probably using that for a demo to finish that up. You can have a picture that's just watercolor. I'm working on one in Country Charm that's like that. I haven't made much progress, but my plan is for it to be entirely watercolor based. So. But with the treatments, y'all have seen me do a number of demos in here already using water products. So like inktense. I hate that paper got so crinkled. This was before I started treating the paper, and you can see that it's gotten a little bit crinkled over time. But like that's an inktense palette, that's inktense pencils. That is the Paul Rubens shimmer paint, I think, with some other watercolor in the background. Another watercolor. And then I started to treat the paper with pages like this, and I got a lot better results. So it can be done in Amazon paper, but I would highly suggest you treat the paper before you use it, or just use water sparingly on the, because this weight of paper doesn't handle water well. And I also have this one going. I've really already done the watercolor part, so I guess this doesn't really apply. However, I do need to add the pencils to my cat coloring therapy one. So yeah, I just wanted to show a few examples. Like I said, this is pretty straightforward. If you want to be clever and color a body of water and count it, I will count it. That works too. But basically, like I said, if you add water to it, and there might be some ways you guys can do that and think outside the box that I'm not thinking of right now, and I welcome it, because like I said, this is about getting out of your comfort zone, trying some new things. Water, like I said, is kind of one of the scary things to try, just because it, depending on the type of paper you're using, it can go horrifically wrong very quickly. But like I said, if you do treat the paper, it helps immensely. So alright guys, that is pretty much it for today. I just wanted this to be a short video kicking it off. I'm going to have an official kickoff image on Instagram. I am going on my trip to Pennsylvania this week to Too Many Games with my brother. My plan tomorrow, if the mail actually delivers Joshua Dunbar's new book, I'm going to do a new release flip through tomorrow. Before I leave, and then Friday and Sunday we'll be doing demos of the Neo colors on a treated page versus a non-treated page in Grains of Gold. And then hopefully I'll be back Tuesday with a video. If not, depending on whether or not my flight gets canceled for some weird reason, then I'll pick up later in the week once I get back and get settled. So hope you guys enjoy. I'm really looking forward to this. Like I said, this is something I'm getting more comfortable with over time, but with each new medium, it's almost like you're learning something new each time, because each medium reacts so differently to water and paper texture. So like, I'm more comfortable using my gelatos than I am my Neocolor 2s right now, especially on untreated paper, because I feel like they react better than the Neocolors. So trying different things like that over time should hopefully help you figure out what you like, what you don't like, whether you want treated paper or not. And yeah, like I said, this is a scary challenge for a lot of people, and I try to come up with ways to make it a little more laid back and fun. You'll be seeing, like I said, a number of demos from me this summer featuring adding water to my pages. So we will see. There'll be a lot of good pages, and there'll probably be some not so good pages, but that is all part of the process. So thanks guys for watching, and bye for now.